Yes. Okay, now it's working. Okay, ladies, and last time we started speaking about places to live, right? And we started speaking about vocabulary that can help us speak about different places to live. Let's refresh the vocabulary, and I'm going to show you the page we were working with last time. And yeah, here we go. Yes. And here you can see many different words that we worked with last time. I'd like you to look at these words, which are in bold, and tell me, please, which words are connected to or are used to describe an apartment or a house. So which words do we use to describe apartment or a house? Erin, would you like to choose some of them?
Tiny.
Tiny, totally agree. Okay, what else?
Surrounded by.
Surrounded by, absolutely right. That's so good.
Good condition.
Good condition, lovely.
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood. Neighborhood is not exactly about the apartment. Yes, it's about something what is near. So we will not take it first.
Storage.
Storage is about the apartment, exactly.
Knocked down.
Knocked down, also good one, but I will not mark it, but Elmir, it's totally true, right? Okay.
Basement.
Basement, I quite agree. Yes, basement is a part of a house or apartment. Yeah.
You keep clean and tidy.
Okay, also true, but now I will not mark it, yes, because we will get to verbs. Very, very good. Erin, which words would you use to describe the area, the neighborhood?
Rough.
Rough, okay.
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood, yes, neighborhood.
Lively.
Lively, absolutely, right. Here we go. Lively. Well, I would actually use surrounded by also to describe not the apartment, yes, but the area next to it. So surrounded by. Very good. Elmir, which words which are the verbs that describe some improvement in the apartment?
Knock down, repair.
I'm so sorry. Knock down, just a second. Oh, thank you so much. Knock down. Repair. Yes.
Central heating.
Put up a central heating, yes. The verb is to put up a central heating, yes. And I've got one more.
Keep clean and tidy.
Yes, it's about improvement. Yes, it's about making it look better and so on. Yes, keep clean and tidy. Very, very nice. Okay. Which of these phrases or words would mean very, very cold? Freezing. And we can also use it to speak about apartments, right? So the apartment was, or we were freezing, the apartments was freezing. Yeah. How do you say in English when you start living in some place?
Move out.
Okay, move out is when you finish living in a place, and when you start?
Move in.
Move in, yes. Move in, you can move in with your family or just move in. Okay, exactly. How would you say when you pay some part and the other person pays some part for the apartment?
Share the cost.
Share the costs, very good. Erin, who's the person people rent an apartment from?
Landlord.
Landlord, exactly. Okay. How do you say that it would be better? It's not a bad idea. It will make me happy.
Could do with.
Could do with, exactly. Elmir, what do we use in the apartment to keep warm?
Keep clean and tidy.
No, something that helps your apartment to be warm.
Could do with.
No.
Central heating.
Erin, go ahead.
Central heating.
Central heating, that's right, that's right. Okay. What does a landlord do? And because of that, you have to pay more money for your apartment.
Put up the rent.
Rent.
Put up the rent, not too good saying. How do you call the places where you can keep your things?
Storage.
Storage, exactly. How do you describe the area where lots of things are going on? There are bars, restaurants, maybe cinema, and so on.
Surrounded by.
Lively.
No?
Okay. Erin,
Um,
what do you think?
Lively.
Lively, yes, when there are lots of things going on. Okay. And I've got a wall, but I don't want it anymore. What do I need to do?
Knocked down.
Knock it down. Exactly. Very, very good. Okay, ladies, I'm going to close it for a moment and I would like to ask you, have you ever rented an apartment when you travel? For example, maybe you have heard of such a site called Airbnb, yes, or you can rent apartments in other sites. Have you ever rented an apartment while traveling?
Yes.
Yes, Elmir, you also, Erin, and you also. Could you please tell me about the experience? Did you like it more than staying in a hotel, or was it not so good experience? Where was it, and so on? Erin, would you like to tell us about it?
Yes, I have
Have rented, yeah?
I have rented flats several times. For example, the last one was when I attended a conference in St. Petersburg, and this summer we went to St. Petersburg with my family, my parents, my husband, and my daughter, and it was more cheaper than rented a hotel or some rooms in hotel, because we traveled with big, как сказать, большой компании.
Yeah, it was a big group of us.
We traveled with a big group of us, and it was very convenient for us to use a big flat because we had our own kitchen for cooking, and I had opportunity to take my daughter to the bed in any time I liked, and yes, I think it was more comfortable for us to rent a flat.
Yes, that's right. You can cook. Yes, you can take your baby anytime to bed, right? And you don't depend on anyone. That's so lovely. Right.
And the main advantage was the that the cost was cheaper than in hotels.
That's right. Okay, very good. This is a good advantage, true. Elmir, what about you? Was your experience positive as well?
We usually booked room in hotels when we went to Istanbul. We did it 3 times, maybe.
Okay, So how was the experience? Was it a positive experience?
Yes, only positive experiences. And my husband booked these rooms, and he didn't know English very well. He used Google Translator.
Yes.
And it's fantastic.
Right? So it worked. Yes, it worked.
Yes, yes. He
Mhm.
asked some questions with staff,
Mhm.
and they answered him, and he
Okay.
understand all
Right.
of them.
Right. Ilmir, why did you decide to stay in apartments, not in the hotels?
No, we choose small, cozy hotels,
Mm-hmm.
not big. We didn't like big hotels. We like small,
Okay.
cozy,
But these were hotels, not apartments, yeah?
not
Not
apartments.
all right, I see. And ladies, when you, for example, want to stay in an apartment, what would you do? How would you choose a place to stay?
Mm.
Yeah.
I used special site, but unfortunately in Russia booking didn't work, and we found necessary flat in Avito. And we tried to find flat in other sites, but they didn't have plenty of choice.
Right. So when you were choosing the apartment, did you read the comments? Did you look at what things they have? Yes?
Yes, yes. It was a very important for us to have children bed and children stool, chair. In this flat, and we try to find the flat which is near central of St. Petersburg. And of course, we read feedbacks because it was very important that the flat would be clean and tidy, and there were no any animals and insects. Yeah. Because in many hotels, big hotels, I met insects, and it was in Moscow, in old hotels like Cosmos or Yunest and something like this. And
isn't it?
Yes, it was a terrible experience, and I wanted to find apartment without any problems.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. So, Erin, to sum up, it was important for you to have a clean apartment, some furniture, some special furniture, plus it had to be close to the city center. Location was important, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Elmir, when you were looking for a place to stay, what was important for you?
I have a same position with Irina.
Okay, so location, yes, city
location
center.
near city center and clean and tidy.
Yeah.
And breakfast is very well.
Okay, so you look for places with breakfast included. Very nice. Very nice. So, ladies, now I'd like you to imagine, that we are going on a holiday somewhere and we want to stay in a place. As you said, when you choose a place, you read the comments. Yeah. So we are going to read the comments of 3 places to stay. Please look at them and decide which one do you think is the best to stay. All right. if it is okay, I'm going to send you a file because otherwise it is a little bit too small for me to show. And you can zoom it as much as you like, okay? Just a second. Here we go. So in a second, you will get it in the chat. Mhm. Yes, it takes just a little time, yes, and you will get it. So before it is there, I'm going to show it probably to you. Yes, have a look. We will have 3 places to stay. The first you'll have is Teffy's place. Yeah. Then you'll have the retreat place. Yeah, the retreat place to stay, and Gold Star Apartments. Yeah. Here, ladies, you also see what facilities they have. For example, central heating, they do have, it's a good thing, Wi-Fi, and cleaning included. No, it's not included. You have to pay extra for it. Yes, as you can see the cross. And the same thing with the other ones. Have a look. Central heating, no, it doesn't have. Free Wi-Fi, also no. Cleaning included? Well, yes. You need to choose what's more important for you. Then you see central heating, free Wi-Fi, cleaning again is not included. You have to pay extra. Yeah. And I'd like you to read about these places and decide which place suits you best. So in the chat, it is still not ready, just in a moment, but you can start with the Teffy's place if you like. Yes. So now you can download it and that will be probably a little bit more convenient for you. Yeah. Do you need a moment more to look through?
No.
No? Ready? Elmir, you? Ready, all three places, yes? Okay, lovely. Now, ladies, I will ask you to work together and talk to your partner and decide which place is better and why, okay? You can start like that. Okay, let's go to, I don't know, Taffy's room, or let's stay in Taffy's place because, and you can disagree or agree with your partner. You can say, yes, it's a good idea because, or no, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's better to... And so, okay, so work together without me and decide which place is the best to stay and why. Begin.
I think that Gold Star Apartments is the best choose because the bedrooms were decent size and there are plenty of storage and in some feedbacks I read that this apartment is in very good condition. Of course, this apartment has a little disadvantages about cleaning, but I think it wouldn't be a big problem for us to clean to do everyday clean, and if we needed a general cleaning, we would ask a landlord.
What do you think about landlord? It's not very friendly, I think.
I don't think like you. I think maybe people in this feedback told about wrote about staff of this apartment, not about landlord, because I think this apartment landlord of this apartment doesn't do all work in this apartment every day, and maybe he or she, this landlord, doesn't do a clean. I don't know, problems with cleaning are written in only one feedback, and I think it's not a big problem.
Okay. I choose Taffy's place. No one of this place I don't choose, but Taffy's place I think is better because first landlords were helpful and friendly, and I think if I asked him to repair the dishwasher, he understand me and help me.
But what about showers?
Showers, I think it's not big problem because I agree, it's terrible.
Yeah, dirty showers is my nightmare.
Yes, I agree. But when I when I see these three apartments, Gold Star Apartments, it's not very good because the landlord is not very good because he is slow to решить эти проблемы.
To decide some problems.
His problems, yes. And
But
Tethys
place, I think, has one more disadvantage, excluding dirty showers. There are no big areas, big places for
yes, tiny rooms,
to store. It looks like a tiny room, and we wouldn't have enough place for store
yes.
our things.
Yes. I choose a Gold Star Apartments too, наверное.
And what about a retreat?
Oh, I rejected it. It's very terrible place.
Yes, I think if we want to, if we wanted to visit some places out of the town, we would choose this house. But if we wanted to, if we want to visit center of the city, we would choose another places, Tethys Place or Gold Star Apartments.
Okay, ladies, sorry to stop you. So let's sum up. Elmir, which place do you choose? Do you both choose to stay in? Oh, Elmir, I don't hear you.
I choose of three apartments. I choose a Gold Star apartment.
Okay, why is that?
No, because it's not tiny
than
Tethys Place.
Yeah. It's not as tiny, yes, as Tethys Place.
And there are clean showers.
Okay, that's important. You both wanted a clean place, yeah?
But I think the landlord is not
very friendly, yes, which is not nice, of course, when you're on holiday, but a clean bathroom is more important. Erin, do you agree?
Absolutely agree.
Absolutely. Okay. So as you see, ladies, and actually this is the truth. Usually when we look for an apartment, somewhere to stay, the comments can be not only positive, but some comments are positive, some are negative, and we need to choose, yes, what's better, what's more important to prioritize. Okay, let's go on today. And we're going to look at one interesting place, and that is going to be a neighborhood in London. Just a second, I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. Right. Do you see my pictures?
Yes.
Yes, and these are the photos of one neighborhood which is called Notting Hill in London.
Mm.
Have you heard of it, Elmir?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes? What do you
Mhm.
know about it? What do you know about it?
It's a famous
Neighborhood
area
very good.
in London. It's very как там, ancient.
Yes, it's very ancient. That's right. Very good. What else? Do you know what kind of people live there?
Rich people, I think.
Rich people. Okay, very good. And what do you think if you look at the photos? What happens? What kind of area is it? Irina, any ideas?
You see, on picture D, maybe.
Sorry, Elmir, once again.
On picture D?
Okay, this one.
No.
I don't know. There are no letters A, B, C, D. This one.
Yes.
Right. So these are all pictures from Notting Hill, all of them. Yes, all of them are from Notting Hill. So if you look at these pictures, what do you think? What kind of neighborhood is it? Elmira said it's famous, it's ancient, rich people live there. What else? Erin, do you have any ideas about it if you look?
Maybe some celebration in this area.
Some carnival you may see, yes.
Yes.
Right, okay. How would you describe the area if you look at it? How would you describe it? Is it lively? Is it rough?
I think it is a lively street. I think I guess it's safe place in general, excluding the time when there is a carnival.
Okay, excluding this time of carnival. Okay. Elmir, and what do you think? What was this neighborhood like in, I don't know, 1940s, it says? If you look here, what do you think? What was the area like in 1940s? Was it also friendly, lively, and a rich neighborhood? What do you think?
I think it's a famous actor, maybe rich. I don't know.
Irina, and what's your idea? This one shows the 1940s. What was this neighborhood like?
Honestly, I don't know, but many people earlier носили wore clothes which doesn't give us some information about their social level. And I can see people in the first photo, and I can't understand what social level they had. Maybe it was rich people, or maybe they are poor people. It's very difficult for understanding.
Okay, fine. We will know about this neighborhood a bit. Here, okay. I've got a text about Notting Hill. And the text says, so the text's name is The Changing Face of Notting Hill. I will ask you to read it and find out the answers to the question. What was the neighborhood like in 1940s and what's the neighborhood like these days? Okay, I've zoomed it, and when you are ready with this part, let me know. I will show you the second part. Okay?
I'm ready to read further.
Elvira,
Text.
Yes, yes, I'm finished.
yes, okay. Have a look at the second part.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Elmir, you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
wonderful. So, Elmir, tell us please a little bit about the current situation. What's the neighborhood like these days?
These days,
Mhm,
Notting Hill is a famous for Portobello Road
mhm,
market,
mhm,
and annual carnival every year. Да? Каждый
That's
год
right.
же.
Annual means every year. Mhm.
Мгм. Today it is a rich area,
Yeah.
like many neighborhoods in big cities. Character has changed over time.
Okay. So this time, yes, it's rich. It's got annual carnival, right? And yeah, it's the biggest street party, the carnival in Europe. Yeah.
Yes.
Erin, and what was the area like before?
When this neighborhood was built, it was a neighborhood for professionals and upper class people, but this neighborhood was next to poor neighborhoods, and many many houses wasn't rented by rich people, and many poor people lived in these houses and in this neighborhood, and landlords didn't have enough money to repair their houses, and the houses ended up in a terrible condition. And only in the 1960s, when people, new people started to move into this area, this neighborhood became more popular among rich people and upper class people and others. People who have enough money.
That's right. That's right. So that means that big changes happened, yes, in the area, very big changes. I will ask you to read it one more time, okay? And you will need to answer a couple of questions about the text, okay? And in a moment, I will send you the questions. Так, у меня не получается почему-то. I try it differently. Hold on just a moment. Yes. Так, ladies, I need 3 seconds, okay? Ага, так не хочет. Мгм, мгм. Мгм. So I will have to send you one question by one. Like that. So question 1. You actually have mentioned the answers to many of these questions. So as I said, you look at the questions, and I will say I will show you the text one more time. Oh, sorry. Так, вот здесь. Совсем не хочет отправляться. Okay, I try again. Good. Then last one. Mhm. Okay, so there are 5 questions in total. Mhm. So let's get back to the text, look at the questions, and find the answers. And again, if you're ready with this part, let me know when I can scroll it.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. I'll scroll it for you.
Thank you.
All right, so ladies, let's compare, yes? Erin, question 1 is for you. The question is, who were the houses first built for?
The houses were built for professionals and upper class people.
Okay, let's find it exactly in the text. So, originally, yes?
Originally, it was built in the mid 19th century as a new development for professionals and upper class people.
Exactly. Right, Edmir, for you, number 2, why weren't some houses sold and what happened to them?
Some houses was sold because these houses was in the roughest part of the city, and the neighborhoods was a criminal people and very poor people. Because of this, some of houses not could be sold.
Weren't sold, yeah.
They weren't sold and were rented poorer people.
That's right. That's right. And here, plus, yes, Elmir, not only criminals were there, but also pig farms. Do you get it?
Okay.
Pig farms. Yeah. So you can imagine what kind of neighbors these were, right? And also interesting phrase. It was on the edge of the neighborhood. Yeah.
Ага. Это как
On the
понять?
edge. How do you understand it? On the edge.
Ну, на краю, на
На краю,
окраине.
да, то есть прямо вот рядышком, on the
Мгм.
edge. That's so good. All right. Irene, why were some houses knocked down?
Because landlords didn't have nearly enough money for repairs, and the houses ended up in a terrible condition.
Right. And here I also like very nice phrase, ended up. How do you understand it? The houses ended up in a terrible condition.
В конце концов оказались, как
В конце
закончили.
концов оказались, закончили, закончили, или в конце концов оказались, вот так лучше всего сказать, да? Окей. Эльмир, how about the force for you? Who moved into the area in the 1960s?
In the 1960s, new people started to move into Portland Road, many of them professional people with young families.
Exactly, exactly. All right. And Irene, how have the house prices changed since the 1960s?
The house prices became higher than early, and Portland Road became far more expensive to live in. Houses had sold for around 10,000 of pounds, and now one house on the street sold last year for over 10 million pounds.
Can you imagine that?
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So a very big change, obviously. Yes, very, very big change. So that means neighborhood, lived through different conditions. Ladies, I'm going to give you just a moment more, and I want you to look through this text the last time and have a look. Are there any new words, any new phrases, anything you would like to check with me? I'll leave you just for a second, okay? So if anything, feel free to ask me if you come across anything interesting.
Mid-19th century, это середина, как бы, да?
Середина. That's right.
19 век.
19 век, mid. So from the word middle. Yeah?
И вот nearly enough money.
Yes, nearly enough money. So 1 second, I will find it. It's the same paragraph, right, Irene?
Second.
Second.
Landlords, где вот тут они были?
Сейчас. Landlords did not have nearly enough money. То есть у них и близко не было достаточно денег. Did not have nearly enough money. И близко недостаточно денег было. This is what we'll have a good look at.
Это получается, это так же, как вот там дальше там что-то price сейчас. Far too expensive.
Слишком дорого, да? Far too expensive. Good. far too expensive. Mm-hmm. Elmir, you would like to ask anything else here? Here is also a very good word, eventually. How do you understand it, ladies? Eventually.
Тоже так, как в конце концов
Yeah,
получается.
finally, in the end, eventually.
They could get much more space.
Mm-hmm. Any ideas how to get to understand? Space — это пространство. Они могли себе, ну, как получить намного больше места с ремонта. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it?
Yes.
Okay. And at the very beginning, we also had a nice word, which means every year. What was it?
Annual.
Annual. Yes, annual. Annual. Right. Okay, cool. Very, very nice. So, ladies, and now actually let's look at some comparative ideas. Here they compared a lot the neighborhood that it was at the very beginning and at the very end, yes, or modern neighborhood. And today we will be speaking about comparisons. Irin, how do you understand what is comparisons in Russian?
Сравнение.
Сравнение, that's right. And we are going to look at how we can compare things. For comparisons, in most cases, we would use different adjectives. And ladies, you know it very, very well. For example, if I say the adjective, let's say, big, what's the comparative form, Irin?
Bigger.
Bigger. I will
Big.
write it with double G. Yes, and Elmir, the superlative form is?
The best.
But not the best. I've got the
Biggest.
bigger,
The biggest.
biggest. That's right. Okay. We are not going to speak about this form today. Yeah, we will be speaking about comparative form. What if I've got a longer adjective, for example, let's say expensive? Elmir, what's the comparative form for expensive?
More expensive.
More expensive. Okay, Erin, and what's the superlative form?
The most expensive.
The most expensive. Again, we are not going to talk about it today, yeah? So I'm not going to write it. I'm sorry, like that. So we'll be focusing on comparative ones today. And if I show you, let's say a little picture here, this way, and this way. Have a look. And B, and here also A and B. Ilmir, which one is bigger, A or B?
B.
Which one is bigger? Sorry?
B. B.
Bigger, true. Erin, and here, which is bigger?
B.
B. But are they the same or different?
Different B.
Different B's, yes. So here the difference is
more bigger than.
Yeah, the difference is really big, and here the difference is
less big.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And this is what we are going to look at. We will learn how to show if the difference is big or if the difference is small. Okay? Have a look. Here we will see how we can modify comparisons and what it says. You can add words before a comparative adjective or two to show how big the difference is between the things, how big the difference is. Let's start with examples, if you don't mind, okay? Here we've got 4 examples. Elmir, could you read them for us?
We made it much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier to keep clean and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
Houses in Portland Road became far more expensive.
Mm-hmm. And
And the bigger place in Chelsea
Mhm.
were far too expensive.
Okay. And do these words show a small or big difference?
Big
A small
difference.
difference.
Obviously, big difference. Yes. So here, actually, I can say B. Sorry, B is much bigger
Uh-huh.
than A. Right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And I can also say B is a lot bigger than A. Right?
Mhm.
And these 2 words show that the difference is very big.
Mhm.
We can also use the words far too. Okay, I can also say like that. Let me do it. B is far bigger than A. Like that, I can say, yeah. Far bigger than A. Okay. And it shows that the difference is very, very big. We can also use this thing with far too expensive. If we have too, is it something positive or negative? Too expensive, too big. Is it good or bad? Too.
No,
Positive.
or bigger than A.
No, actually, too is, if you have the word too, оно означает слишком. Поэтому это всегда негатив. Всегда негатив. А если мы говорим far too expensive, ну это прям, ну уж очень сильно круто дорого. Yes. И вот со словом far too мы всегда должны использовать просто обычное прилагательное, adjective. Уж слишком дорого, слишком много, слишком поздно и так далее. It's far too late to go outside. It's far too cold to walk, yeah? We'll freeze. It's far too cold to go outside. That means, can we go outside or we'd rather stay at home?
Stay at home.
Stay at home.
Stay at home, yeah, it's far too cold. Cold to go out. Let's stay at home. Слишком, yeah, so far too cold. Yes. Okay, ladies. Now we've got here 2 other examples. If you look here, we'll find out another ones. Erin, could you read these 2 examples for us?
A bit more space, a slightly safer neighborhood.
Okay, does it show big or small difference?
Small difference.
Small difference, that's right. So, and instead of much, a lot, and far, to show small difference, I can use the words a bit and slightly. So, B is a bit bigger than A. Agree?
Yes.
And B also is slightly bigger than A. And also, it doesn't, it is not in the example, but still you can say B is a little bigger than A. Oops. Yeah. And this shows that the difference between them is not very big. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think so. What if I will make it like that? Are they the same or different?
The same.
The same.
The same.
Erin, how would you say that they are the same using the sentence A is big? Use the adjective big.
A is big as B.
As big, yes.
As big as B.
Yeah, and that means they are the same. As big as B. Right? And in Russian we say такой же большой, как. Yeah? Но они же могут быть и не такой же, как. Yeah? So different ones. Let's look at how to say that they are different. So here we will have some more examples. Elmir, would you like to start?
We are not quite as fit as we were.
Okay, so what do you think? Is it a big difference or a small difference? We're not quite as fit as we were.
Как вообще это перевести?
Интересно, yeah.
Quite.
Мы не совсем в такой хорошей форме, как мы были.
Ну,
We are not.
small difference.
Small difference, yeah, quite small difference. Okay, Erin, take the next one.
It's not nearly cheap enough.
What do you think? Is it big or small thing?
Big.
Big. Он и
Big
близко не такой дешевый, да? И близко. It's not nearly cheap enough. И близко не дешевый. Oh, so it's big difference. Elmir, and the next one?
Landlords didn't have nearly enough money for repairs.
Okay, what about this one?
Big.
Big difference. Yes, big difference. Didn't have nearly enough money. У них и близко столько денег не было. Да, даже не подходите, денег нету. We didn't have nearly enough money. Yeah? Good. So, which means we can use the phrase as, но как только у нас появляется not quite as, сразу difference is not very big. Not quite as fit as we were. Yeah? He is not quite as tall as his brother. Не совсем такой высокий. Yeah? He is not quite as tall as his brother. А вот эти структуры not nearly enough and didn't nearly enough. Тут важно посмотреть. So, let's look. It's not nearly cheap enough. Cheap. What part of speech is it? Cheap.
Middle.
What part of speech is it? Noun, verb, adjective?
Adjective.
Adjective. Does adjective stand before the before enough or after?
Before.
Before enough, yes? Okay. Look at the next. Money, what part of speech is it?
Noun.
Noun.
Noun. Does noun stand before or after enough?
After.
After. And this is important. Yeah? Right?
We refresh our knowledge.
Exactly. You see? This is what I told you. Plus a little bit more. Yes, we refresh and plus a little bit more information.
Big enough у нас был big enough and
big
enough
enough?
money.
Exactly. Big enough or enough money. How would you say? Но он и близко недостаточно большой, такой большой, как мне нужен. Ну, там, не знаю, что угодно. Irina, would you like to try?
It's not nearly big enough.
Yeah, for me.
For me.
Right? For example. Okay. Эльмира, мы представим, что вы любите очень там spicy food, и вы скажете, ну, оно и близко не такое spicy, как мне бы надо.
It's not nearly spicy enough as I want. Или как?
Или просто можно сказать, it's not nearly spicy enough. Yeah? Совсем мне недостаточно. Okay? Right. А как, скажем так, у нее и близко недостаточно друзей, чтобы там ей помогли. Ирин, how would you say? Ну, she doesn't have.
She doesn't have nearly enough friends.
Мгм.
Uh,
To help.
To
to
help.
help.
Right. Эльмира, how would you say? Ну, у меня и близко нет столько времени, достаточно времени на всякие ваши там разговоры.
I don't have enough
Nearly
time.
enough, чтобы
Nearly
еще
enough
успеть.
time.
Nearly enough time.
Nearly enough time to visit our friends.
Yeah, for example. Got it? Got it? Вот этот nearly, он усиливает. И близко недостаточно у меня времени, или там денег, или друзей, или еще чего угодно. Okay? Good. Got it? Вот этот nearly для усиления, что прям и близко недостаточно. Okay. And we've got the last one here. Irin, would you like to read the example?
Many houses were even more crowded.
Okay. And if we use the word even, do we use it to show that something is surprising or something is very small?
Surprising.
Surprising. Yes. Even. Даже. По-русски мы говорим даже. Да? Many houses were even more crowded. Некоторые дома были, ну, еще даже более там packed. Yeah? Not 5 families, but 6 families lived there. Yeah? So they were even more crowded. Yeah? Right. Как скажем, он высокий, а его папа еще даже и выше, чем он. Ирин, how would you say?
He is a tall person, but his father is even more tall.
Is even
Taller.
That's right. That's right. Is even taller. Yes. How would you say? Она говорит на 3 языках, а он говорит даже на 4. Эльмир.
She speaks on 3 languages, but he
Even.
he even speaks on 4 languages.
Okay. Только предлог вам не нужен он. She speaks 3 languages and he speaks even 4. Yeah? Even 4. Okay? Even in Russian даже. Yeah? А еще мы можем сказать, это даже мне не позвонила, например. Ирин, how would you say it?
And you didn't нет.
Да.
Didn't even call me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you even didn't, or you didn't even call me. That's right. Даже. Okay, so even is the Russian way of saying даже. Good. All right. So, ladies, generally speaking, we do know this comparative and superlative forms of adjectives. Here, what was important for us, these modifiers, yeah, to make it stronger. And these structures, not nearly enough. Yeah, this was a little bit new. Yes. As a homework, I will ask you to look at some more examples in the rule and try to exercise this for that. Yes. It will help us compare things next time. Yes. So I'm going to send you some activities on Telegram. Yes, enjoy it. And if you have any questions, ask me next time. Yes, after doing exercise. Right. So, ladies, then have a good evening and see you next time. All right.
See you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.